Good morning. I sold my soul. I went into investment banking because they had a track record of doing H-1Bs. So I go into investment banking, and as expected, it's boring.
Similar to Cyril, I started off in real estate investment banking.
Went into investment banking, realized quickly that was not for me. Seems like a common theme.
I started my career as a banker, as seems to be the case with everyone on this panel.
I did start as an investment banker.
I will say that if I could go back and do it again, I probably would have. I don't know. I still don't think I would have done investment banking.
Nowadays, we live in like a very interesting time where you can pretty much like build anything you want to build faster than you've ever been able to build that.
Now there's so much more out there. Everything from us raising our first round, having no idea how the hell to do it, to now there's like, oh, here's a standard document. Like, it's really easy. So much resources and at your fingertips.
Try to optimize for the upside. Try to tell yourself you're going to be successful no matter what because you're at one of the best business schools in the world.
One of the things when I was sitting in your seats was really not realizing how lucky we are to be in this room.
Curiosity builds businesses. When I was sitting in your shoes, I would think about what was my aha moment going to be, right? What was that moment, that flash of genius that was going to spark up, and what was going to be the business that I started? Well, the truth is that aha moments don't exist, right? It's curiosity. It's curiosity that leads to ideas.
Put us on a boat. We don't know where we're going, but we kind of know it's open ocean.
All I knew when I was sitting in your seats is that I wanted to have a business. It didn't matter what that business was.
It's actually a little bit easier to kind of visualize how to create something net new from a new thing. The point is like, how do you start, your own industry? How do you start your own thing? How do you become best in something? Well, then don't compete with people head on, go create this net new thing.
People came to us because we were the idea guys. And then we also had a bunch of vendors that we knew how to execute.
Every entrepreneur in this room most likely is like, I see this problem and I want to build this solution. Great, I've got the solution. Dope, let me build a business out of it. And that is the hardest thing in the world to do because you can spend years of your life and millions of dollars building a solution that the market doesn't want.
Only the strong survive in entrepreneurship. You are going to face challenges. As you get older, whether it's personal or professional, you are going to face challenges. And you got to put your head down and keep on going.
And so we pivot. And the term pivot is awesome. It just means you're smoothly trying to redefine yourself when really for us immense, we didn't have the right business model. Who cares? Let's start over.
We just started a business and we ended up switching so many times in terms of ending up where we are, and it didn't matter. We were just convinced that we were going to make something work.
I think our company in the 4 years has changed 3 or 4 times, so it probably should give you a good practical example of how your company can adapt and change in order to hopefully find a way to build a business.
We're optimizing for learning, then for impact, then for fun, personal branding and reputation, and at the very bottom of that list is actually money.
With focus and persistence, you can do absolutely anything. And just trust all of us when we tell you that the more focused you are, the easier that journey will be. And your persistence will now be driving growth instead of driving kind of just going in circles.
And then we thought about all services that happen inside of companies. And it's either a thinking service or it's a doing service. Again, getting to simplicity is really hard, but this is how we got to our simplicity.
We tend to search for problems or frankly like the right solution. And what we really need to be doing is we need to search for the right question. That the best thing that I think we can be doing as entrepreneurs or even folks in your shoes is continuing to think about what is the right question to be asking in this situation.
Right? And if you bring everything back to they call it the 5 whys or just really simple questions. Why are we doing this? Who's our customer? How does this work? You can complicate the hell out of it, right? But it's not hard.
Understand your core customer and who they would be. Find one channel that they totally live in, whether it's like a subreddit or like a specific Pinterest channel, and then just crush that singular customer, get feedback, and then get great word of mouth.
What does the customer want?
I think being innovative and listening to what customers want, you will get a lot farther than other companies.
I was sitting in private equity, and to me, this is a problem worth solving. something where you could really help, society, somewhere you could really help people.
The people are what matter in our businesses, right? The relationships that you build and the team that you build are literally the difference between life and death of a company.
And so build those relationships because you never know when they are going to come in handy.
At the end of the day, the team is the most important. It's like, when you get in a group project, you're like, oh, I'm with that person. You're like, but like that team matters because at the end of the day, like, you're gonna run into problems. You're gonna run into hitches. And as long as you can rely on the person next to you to kind of work your way through that problem, you'll win.
Entrepreneurs need more than checks. And as an entrepreneur or as a member of some other startups, we realize that it's not just about getting money. You need help. You need network access. You need skills. You come out of school sometimes and you don't know what you don't know.
Making something that just works is a very hard thing to do, and very few people will do it. But if you can go out and do something at a high level, at a high quality, you're gonna really separate yourself from the competition.
Ordinary things done consistently produce extraordinary results.
I think when you're an entrepreneur, you really have to trust yourself. Every one of us up here thinks we are the best in what we do, and we have this high degree of confidence in it that if you really push us, we'll be like, yeah, of course I know my market better than anyone in the world.
Raising money at the very beginning is the hardest part. For Nanet, we had 350 people say no to us. So that's like everyone in the venture capital industry, plus everyone you can ever cold call.
Anytime you depend on one source for your growth, you are very vulnerable. Whether it's one client, whether it's one marketing channel, whether it's one feature set that could be in or out of trend, you are always vulnerable, and that's why you have to continue to innovate.
By the way, if nobody's doing what you're doing, you're either early or wrong. Okay? When you go to an investor presentation, they say, who are your competitors? And you say, I don't have any. I'm an investor, guys. I walk out. It's a terrible answer. It's a terrible answer. Okay? I want you to be better than the competition. I don't want you to have no competition.
So you're literally looking for anybody and everyone who has money. And you're trying to sell them your dream.
Show up for yourself. Be true to what you want to be building and doing, and remember why you came to college, why you started the company, like real estate. That is why you start these businesses.
Now that you've identified what you truly want to do and why you're really doing it and why it feels authentic to you, if you're not going to be building this thing, then who will?